Hey guys, Kush Panthaki here. I show people how to start their own online businesses and make money from home. We had a great conversation the other day with our mentor who talked to us about the difference between cowardice and courage. Cowardice and courage. And what he said was, and this makes so much sense, right now we're living in a time where there's just a lot of people just need a lot of courage right now. And one of the reasons we often don't do the things that we know we need to do, such as making that phone call, sending out those texts, and we say we're going to do it, but then we don't actually get around to doing it. Why is that? Well, part of it is because we're in that moment, we're being cowards. Now, that doesn't mean that we are cowards, we're just being cowards. That's an important distinction. You see, when you lose connection with the thing that you're doing something for, what is the reason you're doing something? What is the reason you are working at that job that you're working at? What is the reason that you started your business for? What is that compelling future that you're living into that makes you want to do what you want to do? Well, when we lose connection to that, we tend to fall back. Hey, listen, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Let me tell you something. I started, I remember 2020, last year, I started January with a bang. I was in massive action, and then bam, we got hit with the lockdowns, and it was like the wind was knocked out of me. And for the next 3 months or so, I was just in such a funk because I had nothing to live for. I mean, yes, something to live for, obviously, but I just wasn't pursuing success in my business the way that I had been doing in January and the first part of February. And then later on, I hired a coach who then got me in touch with why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I was in massive action, and then bam, again, come the fall and in January, the wind was knocked out of my sails. And it wasn't until there was an event that I was leading up to that I started to go into massive action again, and I started looking for people internationally, people in Japan, people in the UK, and then I stopped. And why is that? Well, the reason is because I lost touch with the big reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I shared with you yesterday that what I'm looking for is to create absolute freedom to do what I want, when I want, with whomever I want, wherever I want, whyever I want, however I want, and not have anybody be able to tell me that I can't do something. Right? That I'll have the financial, mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional freedom to just live and enjoy life and express myself in my own authentic way. But when you lose touch with that, you lose the impetus to do the things that you need to do. So, perfect example. Just this morning, I was going to text a bunch of people and put them, just to touch base with them, get them in front of my business. I didn't do that yet. It's now what? It's past 2 p.m. I was going to do that this morning. I didn't do it. Why? Again, I didn't wake up early enough. That was my thing. Why didn't I wake up early enough? Because I didn't have the passion that I had before, where I was just able to jump out of bed. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that if you ever find yourself in a funk, if you ever find yourself in a state where you know that there's stuff that you needed to have done or that you need to get done and you're not doing it and you feel paralyzed, just remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing. What is your purpose on earth? What is your purpose for doing anything? What is that big overall vision, as we mentioned yesterday, that you have for yourself? What are those goals that you're trying to reach? And when you can get connected to that, now you can take the actions that are necessary to move towards that. So always stay connected to what you want. Always make sure that, you put yourself in the future. Put yourself in the future and come from the future so that you can create what that future by doing the actions that you're taking, by taking the actions that you're taking now, so they'll compound it over a period of time. You can eventually live out that future that you've created for yourself in your mind. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks again for listening. My name is Kush Panthaki. Once again, I show people how to start their own online businesses and make money from home. And I look forward to seeing you again. God bless. Take care. And let's move towards the future. Cheers. Bye-bye.